Welcome everyone to our second digital Milkmen improv show, The Light at the End of the Tunnel. Even though we can't be in person with you today, we hope to have some laughs, and all proceeds from this show are going to an individual, a former Milky, a foundation that they brought to our attention, Jared Hooper brought to our attention, The Giving Kitchen. And so we'll have a link to that, so if you're feeling extra generous, even could send $1 or $2 their way, that would be super awesome. We would really appreciate it. But let's go on with the show. We're gonna kick it over to the house band, Utter Chaos. This first Milky says there is not supposed to be any monkey business. Emily Weary. This next Milky wants to know, have you finished your paper, young man? Eli Duff. This Milky says if you ask one more question, then he's gonna beat the crap out of you. Pat Proctor. This Milky wants to know, why would anyone want to steal a screw? Katie Burke. This Milky wants you to know when you grow up, your heart dies. Hayden Bean. This Milky's wondering, why do you need a fake ID? Bess Hughes. This Milky wants you to know, we're all bizarre. Some of us are just better at hiding it. Grace Bailey. This Milky wants to be an airborne ranger. Caitlin Toombs. This Milky wants you to know you're right. It's wrong to literature, but it's such fun to read. Lexi Swagnitz. Let's give a big round of applause for your Milkies to start our show, The Light at the End of the Tunnel. Milkies, turn those microphones on. Great to see all of you. So excited for our second Zoom show. And we have a lot of tricks up our sleeves, but we're excited to begin here with a little game we like to call What Did You Say? In the day and age of the Zoom calls, sometimes a little bit of the sound can get lost. And we have trouble. We have trouble hearing maybe what someone can say, maybe with poor internet connection. But you might have to repeat yourself. In this game of What Did You Say, the Milkies are going to say some mean things to one another, but luckily, because the internet connection is so bad over Zoom, they will ask, what did you say? And they'll quickly course correct. Hey, Emily. You don't write very well.
What did you say?
Oh my gosh, is that perfume? I love that smell.
Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Eli.
Yo.
You look like you're about to get attacked by a swarm of bees.
Excuse me, what did you say?
Oh, my bad. I said you're really talented at climbing trees.
Guess I kind of am. Hey, Pat.
Yeah?
You see, you smell a little bit like a taco.
What did you say?
Sorry, that's a nice duck you got there. Is this his name, Paco?
Oh. Hey, Katie.
Yeah?
Your headphones look fake.
What did you say to me?
I said, I love the muffins you make.
Thanks,
Muffin.
man. Hayden,
Hi.
that tree behind you looks very fake.
What did you say?
I said, I do declare I'm about to bake you a birthday cake.
Thank you. My birthday was a few weeks ago. Bess,
Yeah?
you look like you run very slow.
What did you say?
I said, you have a wonderful toe.
Thank you so much. I love my toes. Hey, Grace.
Yeah.
That shirt you're wearing looks pretty whack.
I'm sorry. What was that?
I said, you look pretty hungry. Want a snack?
Oh yeah, sure. Thanks. Hey, Caitlin.
Yeah.
You look like for the past 20 years you've been just smearing all over the place butter.
What did you say?
I said my room's a mess. You wanna come help me clear some clutter?
Nah, but Lexi, you kind of look like a cat.
Oh, what did you say?
I said you look really good in hats.
Oh, thanks. Hey, Mr. Castano.
What?
You're really not all that funny.
What? What did you say?
I mean, hey, did you look over there? See that bunny?
Oh, the bunny. Yeah, I did see the bunny. Actually, that's what I thought you said, and I think there was just a lot of confusion. I don't think anyone said anything inherently mean. I think once again the audio waves, Zoom is getting more foot traffic than ever. It's going to be sad in next year when it's obsolete and no one ever uses it again. But it's a good run for Zoom. So let's give it up for Zoom. Thank you, Zoom. Well done, Zoom. Well done. We have another game for you here. That's what we like to do in the old improv realm, play games. And this game is called Actor's Nightmare. And the way it's going to work is Pat is showing up to this scene, but he's forgotten his script. Hayden has remembered his script that appears today in the form of, what's the script we have in the form of today, Hayden?
First year Latin.
Ooh, the first year Latin textbook. Fantastic, fantastic. And so, Pat, you're going to be doing a scene. We got this scene suggestion from Caitlin Jones. And so you guys are in a car, you're brothers, and Hayden, you're driving the car, and the car is on E. And Pat, you're very concerned that he should stop and pull over for gas, but Hayden thinks he has enough to get to your said location. So Hayden's only going to read lines from the book. Because Pat forgot his script, he's going to have to respond and try to justify these Latin phrases. Will you be reading all in Latin, or will this be English?
No, it's going to be mostly English.
Fantastic. All right, let's take it away with this game of Actor's Nightmare. I'm so glad it's finally August so we can go out to the beach.
Most
Hayden,
Latin words have several meanings in English.
Oh, yeah, I love this Latin learning radio station we got on, you know, teaching me a bunch of stuff along the way. Oh, speaking of the radio though, right next to it, your gas looks to be very low. I think we should pull over.
Nods.
Oh, thanks. You agree. I think there's one just right up there. There's a sign for it if you just want to.
Delighted with the gods.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It's great that there's one right there. Yeah, so I think it's just you pulling right there.
Describe the end of Dido.
Oh, right. Just like in the end in Dido, gotta fit the pieces together, like how you have the nozzle and you gotta open up the thing. Oh, right, there was a big puzzle on that one. So, oh, right, where is that, how do you open the tank? You know, I think we gotta look for clues around the car. Do you see anything?
What did Jupiter do?
When Jupiter was faced with situations like this, he didn't back down. He worked hard to find.
Showed great courage.
Yeah, he showed great courage, and we have to too right here. Even though it's hot, we just want to go to the beach. We have to find that gas tank opening button. Nice. Very good. Very good. What was that?
She was helped by the gods.
You were just like you were helped by the gods. Who? Trivia question, unofficial trivia question for Mr. McKyland. Who is the god of gasoline? Send that one in to us at milkmenimprov@gmail.com. you'll get no response. But send it to michael.castano@timberlane.net. Maybe I will respond if it doesn't go to spam. we got another fun game for you, and this game is going to be called Three-Headed Expert. The way it's going to work is Grace, Caitlin, and Lexi are all experts on this topic. However, instead of giving you individual advice, they are so simpatico that they are going to give you advice one word at a time. So first Grace will give a word, then Caitlin, then Swagnitz, then back to Grace, then Caitlin, then Swagnitz, until hopefully they give you a coherent thought. The first question is from math guru and co-radvisor Larissa Smith, who wants to know, should she get a dog? Grace, when you're ready.
You
Should
Never.
ever
get
6.
dogs
because
They
won't
listen.
2.
anyone.
That's very true. Very true. Good advice. Good advice. We got another question coming to us from Mr. Boucher, Emily's favorite math teacher, as well as helped organize that wonderful Mealy's Meals event. Wants to know, how does he open his pool? How does he open the pool?
Two
Open
Some
buddies
pool
with
your
legs
and
toes
you
have
to
have
those
Crocs.
All right, we have a final question. Ed Neary wants to know, can I use a weed whacker in place of scissors for a haircut?
Well,
yes.
period.
Very good. Very good. Yes. Thank you,
Ted.
Ted. Weed whacker for the haircut. We have a big shout out. These shows would not be made possible if we didn't have our diehard fans. So we want to thank a whole slew of individuals. We want to give it up for Scott Strange, Amy Burke, Larissa Smith, Jen Mitchison, Stephanie Lehman, Elizabeth Danderand, Lorraine Massioli, Steve Boucher, Eric Constantino, Erica Law, Christina Courier, also known as Still Life with Pineapples, Shannon Ring Bean, Joan Bernard, Ted Neary, Nicole Sherwood, Ellie McCormick, Terry Query, Caitlin Jones, and Caroline Morrison. A big shout out to this next individual as well, who is not only giving us some suggestions, but is joining us in the virtual realm. Let's give a big Milkmen round of applause to Miss
Hey!
is here.
What's up, guys?
Great to see you, Miss Bird. Miss Bird, it is so great to have you in the virtual realm. And I need to say something. We announced it at National Improv Day. I know you were very busy. You were extremely busy with Project Hope events, but there was some cheating that happened at the Corpse and Cup this year. We noticed there was loud banging coming from the dugout of the Alex Horgan team, and he has been stripped. The title of Corpse and Cup has been revoked, and a rematch is already set up for this coming November. Bird Horgan 2 with the true title on the line. So
that was the news I did not know I needed. That is fantastic news.
So we have a little game that we'd love you to be a part of that we're going to play here with Emily and Katie. And Katie, what's the name of this game called that Miss Bird's going to be in?
Oh, it is called Freestyling with the Milkmen.
Freestyling with the Milkmen. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to ask you a few questions about your time in quarantine, and then you're going to answer them, and then we're going to make a little song for you that hopefully sums up these events. So the first thing that I want to ask you is, what would you say is a thing or two that is always part of your quarantine routine? Is there something you're doing? Are you working out? Are you doing the yoga? What is it that you've been doing every day in quarantine?
So the phys ed department has been doing the 100 miles in May challenge, and I'm trying to kick Mr. Pasquini's butt, and I reached 100 miles today. So I've walked 100 miles.
Oh,
100
that's
miles.
so many.
And the big person you wanted to defeat was Mr. Pasquini?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know if I have or not, but I'm trying.
How many miles do you think he's up to?
I don't know. He was beating me from the gate, but I haven't checked in a while, so I will definitely update you guys later.
Okay, that's good. That's good to know. The next thing is, what would you say has been your go-to food? What's the go-to thing you're eating?
Frozen pizza.
Oh, frozen pizza. Specific brand?
I don't know. My mom and I have been kind of experimenting with lots of them because we don't really have a lot of other things to do. So between cooking real dinners, we've been trying the frozen pizza variety.
I see. And that was my other question is, are you spending quarantine alone, or is there anyone you're safely social distancing with?
With my mom. We've been having lots of fun. She's been teaching me lots of things about how to take care of the lawn. So I've been mowing the lawn a lot too. That's my
mowing the lawn.
Third activity.
What's your favorite part of mowing the lawn?
I don't have one, but it's good when it's done.
I see. Two more questions for you here. What have you been watching?
Stranger Things.
Oh, you've never seen it?
No, I just started. I'm on season 3 now. It's getting intense.
Oh man, there's an insane thing that happens here. Let me tell you all about it. So at the end of
he muted.
Classic.
Thank goodness. If he ruined it, I was gonna be mad.
And it's such a great ending. It's such a, I can't wait for the next season. And the last question is, when this is all said and done, Miss Bird, what are you most excited about doing when we resume to some normalcy? What's the big thing? Where's the first place you're going? Where are you headed? Who are you seeing?
I mean, honestly, I really want to get back to school, but that's not until the fall. So hopefully this is over before that. And I think I would like to go to some restaurant and sit down and eat a pizza.
Ooh, eating a pizza. So you go from frozen pizza to more pizza.
To real pizza.
Wonderful. All right, Emily and Katie, when you're ready, you can take it away with freestyling with the Milkmen.
Alrighty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah. Eating frozen pizza in quarantini, Miss Bird outran Mr. Pasquini.
Woo! Miss Bird likes pizza with extra ice. When she mows the lawn, it looks real nice.
She's here with her mom, and she's like, sup, she deserved to win the corpsing cup.
Oh!
Bird.
Miss Bird is staying with her mom when she mows the lawn. The grass looks bomb.com.
Oh, your own freestyling with the Milkmen. Miss Bird, this has been an absolute treat, an absolute joy. While you have time on the airwaves, is there anything you want to say before you head out?
It's just so nice to see everybody, and you're doing a great job. I'm so glad you guys have continued to do this because it's brought joy into my life, so keep it up. Thank you for having me.
That was great. That was a lot of fun to see Miss Bird. She's so kind, so generous. She already sent me a text message. I have to ask you something, Katie. You were on Team Horgan. Did you cheat?
I plead the third.
Pleading the third. Well, as a well-timed segue, I was trying to get you to confess there, Katie, because this next game we have is called Confessions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off some professions, and in the process, you're going to tell me some deep, dark secrets that these people might be holding on to. First one, plumber.
Sometimes I kind of have to go, and I go. Don't tell.
Garbage collector.
Recycling and trash all go to the same place.
No.
That's true for those of you, all 12 of you listening out there. Work on that, Timberlane. Mayor.
I only really exist in cartoons.
You know, I always wanted to be a mayor because of my biggest inspiration, John Mayer.
Nurse.
I'm better than a doctor.
One time this kid came in with a broken leg and I gave him Advil and a water bottle and told him to go back to class.
Oh man, deep dark secret. Dog walker.
Sometimes I let the dogs walk me.
I hope someday to be promoted to a dog runner.
Zookeeper.
My biggest inspiration is Joe Exotic.
I don't know what this is, but you can figure it out. Glazer.
What is it?
Glazer.
Because those plain donuts just weren't doing the trick for me.
Hi, I opened up my new business right down the road. People make blazers, but have you ever tried a glazer?
It's like Glacier with a Z.
Amateur cowboy.
Someday I hope to be promoted to a professional cowboy.
No, I never understood why they called them cowboys if we ride horses, and nobody will tell me.
Big brain.
No, I just took this job for the hat.
I just took this job for the Spurs.
I just took this job for the lasso.
I just took a DNA test. Turns out I'm a cowboy.
Who's a cow?
Sorry, you guys are reminding me of that song.
Calendar creator.
Honestly, they could all be off. I didn't know what day it was when I started making them.
No, I think we should do a few more fireman issues.
4 months with 30 days?
Wait till I show them February. Subway cashier.
Someday I hope to be promoted to a monorail cashier.
Eat
Undertale.
I like how the face you made, Pat, for the fireman issue and Eat Fresh were the same face. Camp counselor.
These kids are driving me crazy, man.
DJ.
I just look up DJ 1 hour remix on my laptop and I jump up and down and I go to weddings, and even though I'm not hired, I get paid.
Oh man, prom be like waka waka.
Yo, play Old Town Road again. They like that.
The only reason that I took this job is because my name is Daniel Johnson and my initials are DJ.
Waitress.
Sometimes I don't wait. I just go.
Go, Tris. Professional snuggler.
Zoom makes this a little hard. Why don't you just go ahead and hug yourself, you know?
Armpit sniffer.
Zoom, makes this a little bit hard.
Oil rig worker.
Sometimes I take a sip.
Resurrection man.
Where are all the resurrection women? Women's rights.
Slug psychiatrist.
Let me just walk over and get your papers, okay?
Doctor.
Nurses are better than me.
I went to college 10 years, and what do I get? 2 letters before my name.
No, my biggest inspiration is Dr. Doolittle. I want to do little.
That one doctor that disagrees with all of the medicine trials,
And I am the 1 out of 10.
I am the 1 out of 10.
Chemist.
Chemist. I live in a trailer in the desert with one of my old students, and we make
rock candy.
Yeah.
They're probably making some good ibuprofen.
Army recruiter.
Where's all the leggy recruiters? women's rights.
Women's rights.
Oyster shucker.
I thought it was oyster chucker. I just want to throw things into the ocean.
And wine taster.
It's either red or white. That's it. I got that.
How can wine be dry?
You know, when people aren't looking, sometimes I like to do a little bit of both. Ah! Oh.
Oh, I tasted it and I started complaining about basically every type of wine they gave me, and they seemed to have a problem with it. Like that wasn't the point of the whole thing.
Why are the glasses so expensive? Why can't I have it out of a can or like a big old thermos?
I want my wine in a bag.
I can.
Amusement ride attendant. My name is Laura Hills.
I know I just ate like all the food in the world, but I feel like I should go on that very turny ride.
That's a double violation. You're eating on your shift and you're riding the rides when you
I
should
thought it was
monitor.
attendant.
Wait a minute, then who's running the ride?
Wait, isn't attendant the people who attend? Wait.
Attend to the rides. Like you can
I'm
go.
No.
Wait, but that's not what
They're the
attend
people who
means.
run
I'm
the
gonna start calling myself a ride attendant.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
the funniest thing that anyone's ever said.
We have two trivia questions coming at you today. Our first trivia card that you could get if you send the correct answers to Michael.Castano. That's Michael .Castano @timberlane.net. If you send the answer to this question there, you will get a free trading card of this individual, Shannon Rainville. The trivia question is as follows. Milkies, do not shout it out. Shannon Rainville once at her birthday party fainted. What was the location where she fainted? That's the question for Shannon's birthday trivia question. If you respond with the right answer, you will get your very own Shannon Rainville trading card, which is on the screen at this moment. We have time for a few more games. This one is going to be called Pseudo Intellectual Coffee House. A lot of you said you really enjoyed this one last month, so we're going to do it again for you. We're going to have 3 slam poems. The first slam is going to be Bess. Bess, the first slam goes to you. Could you please give us your classic slam poem about what happens in between the couch cushions?
Couch cushions. The valleys in between. That's where all the mice live. That's where they keep their queen. Scurrying around with little crumbs. They eat those crumbs that we leave behind.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That is what I always suspected with the couch cushions. Emily, you're going to tell us about being on night watch at a cemetery.
Oh my god.
Okay. Darkness. Darkness all around me. But not just the night sky I'm speaking of. It's the aura. It's the vibe coming from the watching. Not even the tombstones. It's It's my eyes giving off that bad vibe. And what do I do when this darkness isn't coming from the cemetery, but from me? I quit my dang job and I leave.
Yes, the inner darkness of all of us, all of our Panic at the Disco songs and other emo tracks. And the final one is from Eli. Eli, you're going to tell us about the DMV.
Let me just start off from the beginning. I take my seat. You know, it's just like any other day, I think. But every day is different. Got the student sitting next to me. Looks pretty nervous. Oh, how you doing, buddy? We off on the road. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. The 3 first bumps are okay. Then we turn around and go back and give him his license.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. But that was probably the most pleasant DMV experience I've ever heard. Our penultimate game for you here, and we're going to see how the technology works. This is going to feature Eli, Pat, and Bess in a game we like to call On Location. The way this game is going to work is if technology happens through the magical power of Zoom, a mysterious video is going to appear behind Eli. And when we give you that cue, Eli, that video is going to appear. And what's going to happen is Eli has been put on location. Bess and Pat are sitting in the studio because they're not brave enough to go out into the field. And something strange is going to be happening on Eli on location. And through a series of puns and hints that Bess and Pat give, hopefully Eli will be able to, with a wonderful celebrity guest appearance by Grace.
Hey, Grace! Look at that!
Our second Milkman running.
Hi, Grace. Hi, Grace.
Wonderful. This is great.
Oh my
Now get
gosh.
out. All
This is
right.
so much barging.
All
Sorry.
right, we're going to send it over to the studio with Bess and Pat. The other Milkies are going to silence their mics. And when you are ready, let's take it away with this game of On Location.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Channel 7 News today. Today we have a great story, and we have this amazing reporter out in the field. Take it away.
Yes, yeah, we're here today. The atmosphere, it seems to be a little intense, really
I'd say
by
so.
my standards.
Yes,
I can
yes.
really feel a lot of intensity around me, big, intense.
Huge. Yes. You're so strong going out there by yourself. It must be very intimidating.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when I go to school, I make sure to pack a punch because I don't want to get hurt by anyone.
Well, you know, I feel like there's a lot of pressure and weight building on telling the story. How have you dealt with the competition of other news channels, you know, trying to get to that focus?
Okay, yeah, that was just another school story I was talking about. You know, I recently got invested in the Olympics, and you know, I'm here today. There are millions of people here with us. They seem to be, you know, eating some raw meat. It's going crazy here. I mean, anything that you guys can see with
No,
that
I'd say the people doing these things are accomplishing quite a feat.
Yes.
Yes.
It quite look like they must have had like a lot of meat and protein to be able to endure all of this.
You know, they seem to be doing a lot with their feet, and hands, of course. And you know, I'm not a huge fan of this competition, but knowing myself, I think I could totally get involved. Right?
Yes, you look very much like it.
Of course.
Yes, I totally think you could take on the weight of the challenge that's behind you.
Oh, I mean, my grandpappy once said, if you can lift your homework from the desk, then you can lift anything. I mean, come on, he was a teacher. Yeah, I've gotten the great advice over my years.
It looks like you've got this all under wraps. Thank you very much, Eli.
Yes, thank you so much.
Eli, what did you think was happening behind you?
Like, is it like weightlifting?
Yes, strongman competition. Well done, well done, nicely done. You definitely could do it. Follow the advice of your great grandpappy.
Grandpappy.
Wonderful, excellent job, Eli. And you know what? We convinced Shannon. Shannon was a little ashamed to be on the screen when we had the trivia question read, but what we convinced her, it happens to the best of us. So she's decided to show her face here for the last game. But we have another trivia question for you too. So if you know the answer to Shannon's, you can send an email to michael.castano@timberlane.net. Or if you don't know that one, maybe you know the answer to this one, which is for the tomato soup bandit herself, Grace Bailey. And the question is as follows. Which modern day raptor, which is an animal, does Grace think cannot be trusted? What animal does Grace think is a modern day raptor that can't be trusted? If you think you know the answer, send an email to michael.castano@timberlane.net and get yourself a custom Grace Bailey Tomato Soup Bandit trading card. So this final game of Beastie Raps is one of our favorites. We're going to play a little bit of our favorite instrumental tune here for you, and we're going to come up with some rhymes. The way this game is going to work is I am going to say a word. The Milkies are going to give a clue, and then all the Milkies at once are going to hopefully know what that word is. Hopefully the clue is specific enough for us to all rhyme with. So we're going to cue up the music. DJ, hit it. Excellent, here we go. We've got the tune of bopping. Everyone is moving. And the first word we are going to rhyme with is going to be hat. Words that rhyme with hat. Start giving those clues.
When I hit a baseball, I hit it with a
bat. Not a dog, it's a
cat. Don't look at this, look at
that.
The next word we got is dog.
I can't see you driving through all this.
Fog.
I love this Christmas drink. Egg.
Nog.
My favorite little guy who swims in water is a
Frog.
Next up we got smell.
I'm a wizard. I put you under my
spell.
I'm showing my toy at show and
tell.
Next up we got fish.
I see a shooting star. It's time to make a
Wish.
Fish.
I made you this gourmet
dish.
Fish.
I'm shooting buckets. There's a
swish.
Next up we got nail.
All the bad guys go to
Jail.
no.
Open up my mailbox. There is
mail.
Hail. I'm filling up sand in my
hail.
I don't like spinach. I like
Kale.
Oh, alternate spelling.
Next is toe.
What am I watching? It's my favorite
Show.
This rain's really cold. It's actually
No.
My grass looks long. I need some.
Oh.
Oh.
Does. That's what Miss Bird does.
That's what Bird does.
Miss Bird does it.
Oh.
Our last one is Jello.
In the B movie, they wear black and
Yellow.
yellow.
That bigger instrument that you sit down and play is called a
Hello.
When I
I'm
say
not
I say
yellow.
Hello.
And there we have it. Well done, well done.
Yay.
This is our second Zoom show, the light at the end of the tunnel. We still have a lot of content we want to share with you this year. You're going to see what the Milkmen can do with a laugh track set to cats. We're still going to have a June show to put out. Stay updated with what we're going to do with the mockumentary that will see the light of day at some point. We had a lot of fun laughing with you, and we will see you next time for another show. Bye, everyone.
See you later. Oats. I got this new story idea I've been thinking about. I've been working on it for a while. Yeah.
Cool. What is it?
So essentially, what it is there's this new scandal here. The prices for vending machines have been astronomically increasing. Now you're not understanding. You don't talk. You're not understanding. Dorito prices used to be at $1.50, but now they're at $12.50, which is what my mom gives me to do chores.
Yeah,
you see?
Well, Floyd, I get that you're really passionate about the story, but I think we have a good thing going with the fundraising story, and I think we just have to stick to the fundraising.
Oh, which is exactly what it essentially is. What if they're using the prices to fundraise for something in the hard drive of this school? You know, the vending machines in this paper is the spine of the school. This could be big for us.
Well, Floyd, I love your passion, but if you could just move it from the vending machines to the fundraisers, I think we could have a lot going there.
I don't know if I can. I've bred this story like it's my own son. I can't let it go. I gotta follow through with it. I don't care what it takes. Oates, I'm doing the vending machines.